everyone. Welcome back to the Credit Authority. Once again, I am your host, Rhonda Kulch. And on today's episode, we are speaking with amazing women that support our Long Island community. And most importantly, these are empowering women that have made a position for themselves, not only within the community, but they are also moms and they are worker bees and they are fierce. So in the studio with me right now, I have Jackie Harounian, who is an attorney who does amazing things. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. This is literally my favorite topic, women's empowerment.
So tell us a little bit about who you are and what kind of law that you practice.
So I'm a family law attorney. I'm a partner in a firm in Carl Place. We're Wisselman Harounian Family Law. But more importantly, I'm a wife. I'm a mom of 4. And because of my own life experiences, because I've seen the struggles that women have gone through, especially in family law matters, I really think that women's empowerment is critical. And we're at a point of cultural shift in our society where women, girls have more opportunities than ever before, and I love to be part of that.
I love that. So let's speak a little bit about where your journey began. You obviously went to law school.
Yes.
How did you know that family law was the area that you wanted to focus in?
So I had an unconventional path towards becoming an attorney. First of all, I got married when I was 20. I became a mom when I was 21, still married. I come from a very traditional cultural and religious background. My parents were Middle Eastern immigrants. And so the path for me and almost every woman in a traditional background was marriage first, then motherhood, and then career was something that was important to me. I knew that being a stay-at-home full-time mom wasn't going to make me feel fulfilled. I was a little bit of a nerd in high school and college, and so when my son was about 6 months old, I decided I'm going to take the LSATs. And my husband never did anything but encourage me. My parents were very encouraging. And lo and behold, I ended up in law school and quickly connected with family law because it was so relatable to me as a mom. Mm-hmm. And 30 years ago, the law was very different in family law. Gender roles were very different 30 years ago. And today, we're finally at a point of gender-neutral custody laws and support laws. Mothers and fathers are equal and active co-parents in many households, including Long Island, where most people have two-income households, and same-sex relationships, and many different options now to how you form a family and grow a family, including surrogacy law, which is brand new in family law. Governor Cuomo just signed it into law that you can hire a surrogate to carry a child for you. So this is a game changer for same-sex parents, but also working moms that maybe waited a little bit longer before they decided they wanted to start a family. So fertility and reproductive technology is now merging with legal rights, and so it's very exciting to be part of that, to see that it's never too late. Well, maybe not never, but there's just expanding opportunities for men and women, single, coupled, to have the family that they've always wanted.
Now, as a mother of 4, and I myself a mother of 5, how do you create work-life balance?
So as I mentioned, I started my journey as a mom a long time ago. My children are grown at this point. My youngest is 17, and he's my favorite. Love you, Joey.
Can we say that?
I'm going to say it. He's everyone's favorite. But no. I had a long runway, as they say. So my children are spaced 4 years apart. That's what worked for me and my family. I waited until I had enough of a breather in between before I grew my family. And honestly, it's because my husband is so tremendously supportive. So work-life balance for me meant choosing the right partner. I also had a wife. I had a living nanny for 12 years. That helped. And now, luckily, my children have reached the point where they're more or less independent. They're very much a part of my life. That's really the cultural thing. I really see my children all the time. But now I'm finally at a point where I can really spend a lot more time on my career, on helping other people. I'm very involved with nonprofits on Long Island, especially victim services and domestic violence services. And in a couple of months, I'm going to be the managing partner of my law firm, which is incredibly exciting. We have a great team. We just moved from Great Neck to Carl Place. There is a lot, as I mentioned, going on in family law. So is there ever really work-life balance? I don't know, but hopefully we can get it right most of the time. And that's what I strive for. Not perfection, but doing the best I can most of the time.
So as somebody in business, we always have these, thresholds that we look and we go, you know what, I'll be happy when I get here, and I'm going to be happy when I get here. So it sounds like your next chapter is now that you have made partner.
Yeah.
Which is wonderful, and congratulations, well deserved. Tell me, what does your vision look like now that you will be able to step into a new role?
So I'm very excited about this new chapter for my law firm, where I'll be hopefully be able to make decisions that really shape the future of this law firm. For myself, we have 11 lawyers. We have a staff of about 20. And what's unique about our family law firm is that we have a social worker on staff. Mental health is such a big component of family law. As a matter of fact, it's probably the most important component, and it's overlooked many times. And one of the reasons why it's overlooked is that the law has shifted into no-fault divorce, which means you never get to really process the emotional part of a breakup, which is traumatic for many people. It's a very big loss for many people, as traumatic as a death. And so if you don't have a professional, and it doesn't have to be an attorney, but someone who's really focusing on the emotional aspect, the fallout psychologically, how it affects children, you're going to really have a more difficult process. I really think, and this is why we focus on mental health in our office, that if you are going to go through a family transition, really address the emotional piece, you're going to have a more successful result on the financial and legal aspect. And that means mediation for a lot of couples. It means, which I love to do mediation, we have mediators in our office. It means not being so angry, not making divorce so tragic. It really is co-parenting and really understanding what that means, and having the right advisors that make you understand that it's not about creating an enemy and running to court, which, by the way, going to court is not a picnic. It never was, and now it's even worse because the court system is really clogged, and there's a lot of delay in the court system, unfortunately, because of COVID.
So if I was somebody that needed your services and I was out in the marketplace looking for an attorney, what do you think your clients are saying about you?
Well, I'm certainly not the right lawyer for every single client, and I would never claim to be that. People are looking for different things when they're hiring a lawyer. I really encourage most people to interview several before they choose one. My practice is referral-based. Virtually all of my clients that come to me were referred to me, which is really a blessing, and it's something that I never take for granted. I'm someone that is a good listener. I definitely want to encourage people to resolve their matters, avoid court if they can, get help, especially emotional and psychological help if they need it. And I'm all about reaching the finish line, and that means making compromises to get the right result. Is every case going to settle in the early stages? No. But in my office, we have a very good track record of getting people to resolve their differences sooner rather than later, which leads to referrals, which leads to clients that will actually say good things about their divorce attorney, which is not so easy.
It's not. And what do you think your children say about your career and your pathway as a professional?
My children are amazing. Like my husband, they're very supportive. My daughter actually works with me in my office part-time, and I have a son who went to law school. My children think that I work too hard. They think that I'm a little crazy. They're probably not wrong, but they also understand that it's my work ethic. My husband's too. He's a very hard worker. This is something I learned from my parents, that working, especially serving other people, being in a helping profession, which is, I really consider family law to be a helping profession, that there is tremendous rewards. There's a lot of, my children know I love what I do, and they know that I wouldn't change a single thing. And I've learned from them that it's important to slow down and enjoy the relationships in your life. And one of the quotes I like to repeat often is that the people that are closest to you, the 5 closest people in your life, which could include your spouse, it could include coworkers, they're going to shape the trajectory of your life. And I'm very fortunate that the 5 people or the 10 people closest to me in my life are people that I really love and respect, and I enjoy being with them. And more as I get older, I try to, and the pandemic was a great opportunity, avoid situations and people that don't really make you happy in life.
Rid the toxic.
Yeah, find joy. It's that Marie Kondo, cut out the people and the situations and the networking groups and even other people. Sometimes it's family people. Just Surround yourself with good people and you'll have a good life.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today on our Empowering Women episode. Again, I am your host, Rhonda Kulch. You are listening to The Credit Authority, and stay right there. We're just cutting for a quick commercial break.